The IDEA Faculty Fellow Program is a really dynamic way for students to get access to ideas of innovation, design, and entrepreneurship in a really interdisciplinary fashion.
Being an IDEA Faculty Fellow has made a difference in my classes, and what I hope that my students get from that, these skills, is that wherever it is that they go, whatever company that they end up working for, they will be able to take that process and be able to figure out the needs of the consumer and then design appropriate products that meet those needs.
What we did is we really looked to the community of West Virginia and what are some problems that people face? How can we do something to create jobs, to really help the people in our community?
So the zero waste that I'm actually working on right now was inspired by a jellyfish. With the zero waste, we're actually kind of creating patterns that are all based off of one solid particular fabric. There's no extra pieces, there's nothing else that's cut from it. Everything is just a bunch of squares and rectangles, so it's going to be kind of cool.
Using greener approaches, I've kind of taken that idea in my project. Only got 2.5 yards of fabric, so I'm just trying to use as least as possible. And to make the patterns, I use scrap paper and stuff so I don't waste any paper.
It really has made such a huge difference in my classroom because we've been able to pull in engineering, we've pulled in the launch lab and extension, we've pulled in a lot of different programs throughout the campus. And so coming together, we can really come up with some great ideas.
I love designing clothes and I love helping people. I want to actually make a direct impact on people's lives. The possibilities for what I can design and what everyone else can design are endless. I'm using the laser, so I feel like I'm not limited to my options. They pretty much are willing to make anything we want, figure out how they can make it come to life.
So this class has allowed me to elaborate more on 3D printing and using the computer to incorporate my artwork with digital. I've had quite a bit of difficulty working with digital art, and I didn't know that it actually expanded this far into the Cricut, 3D printing, all of these different fields, and it's just been really tremendous helping me create these ideas.
We think about the community a lot, I feel. Like a lot of these projects, we're thinking about doing public installations or how they impact the greater whole of other people. So I think in that regards, just thinking with the greater scale of not just making a project for yourself, but thinking about the people that it can benefit as well.
This hopefully will give them a broader vision of what it can mean to be an artist in the world, like the start of a business or the start of a public art project or the start of some other kind of collaborative community venture. So I think that's a really exciting thing that it can add. It's really a value-added proposition for the state, for the students to get this kind of training while they're at WVU.
As an IDEA Faculty Fellow, there are a lot more ideas of what I would like to do to impact West Virginia. Without donor support, many of the things that I've been able to do in my classroom, I would not have been able to do. And I know that with their generous support, we can make a difference in how innovation, entrepreneurship, and design can positively impact West Virginians.
To the donors, we are incredibly grateful for your generosity and support of this program. It is absolutely astounding what our students can do when they have the proper facilities, the proper tools and equipment, the opportunity to get out of our silo and try new things. That really is kind of like where the rubber hits the road in higher ed. So we're eternally grateful to the donors for their generous support.